What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Listen, so I just did a video about Gervonta Tank Davis and people blaming Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather for his inactivity and him not, trying to clean up the division. Now, Adrien Broner is another guy who all his fights, his last five or six fight attempts have been all canceled. And you can't tell me that this man is just a victim of the circumstances. Like, Adrien Broner is a victim of himself. So now he basically jumps on X, which is, formerly known as Twitter, telling Bill Haney he'll beat his son's ass and stop the cap, give me that same chance, give me 20 million, I'll do this, I'll do that. And Bill Haney stated, I called Adrien Broner twice, he never answered the phone, he never responded. Okay, didn't we hear Ryan Garcia's people say the same thing? They called Adrien Broner and he never responded, left messages, he never responded, and then Adrien stands there and plays dumb, like, oh, he didn't even know that they called. They reached out to his people and talked to his people. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, so your people just basically got an offer for you to make some good money, and they just didn't tell you. And I only say make some good money because I believe Ryan Garcia would have beat the shot of Adrien Broner. Adrian's done. He's lost his edge. And this is just typical Adrien Broner right now. Talk shit and then don't get in the ring. Go to somebody else's fight and critique what he just saw. Ask him what does he have going on, and it's just a bunch of crazy, meaningless talk about nothing. He hasn't earned a shot with Devin Haney, but Devin Haney will be like the nail in his coffin. I'm going to send you off. You'll be able to say you got your ass whooped by me type situation. The most I could see happening if Adrien Broner was to actually, for one, get in shape and take boxing serious for once in his life. Because what he used to be, well, come on, man. That's what he used to be, but not now. Adrien Broner is in a position right now. Only thing he'll do is talk, run his mouth, say a bunch of shit, and then people think he has a chance because they find him entertaining. But, I mean, aside from that, it's not even something I'm motivated to see. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I doubt it happens because I don't think Adrian's serious. And pretty much it's sad that here's a guy who wasted his talent. And I was saying this years ago when Floyd was trying to talk some sense into him and he wanted to run wild and people was talking really ignorant. Oh man, Floyd didn't want nobody telling him what to do. Leave the nigga alone. Let him go do what he want to do. Okay. Now look at him. Now here's the crazy thing, right? I just said in the last video that Tank Davis and all these fighters, they love to go on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and talk trash. But then when it comes time to get in the ring, it's always, like some excuse, or they try to ignore those comments, stay away from, really answering those questions. So when I hear, like, Tank Davis, basically, I don't know if you guys saw it. He made it. Actually, he tweeted, "Ask Sean Porter what happened when I whooped his ass in sparring," or something to that effect, right? Sean Porter responds with something like, "Well, at the time I was going through my shit or whatever, and that's neither here nor there, blah, 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 whatever." Just a bunch of nothing, right? But he says, I guess Sean Porter must have said, I don't know. I don't know that he said he was scared or if that's just Tank just running his mouth. But Tank responded with something like, ask yourself this question. When I whooped his ass in sparring, he was over 147 pounds. So why the fuck would I be scared of a nigga 140 pounds or whatever? Okay, but see, that's a contradiction right there. Why? Well, you'd have to answer that. But then at the same time, somebody could look at you, Tank, and say, what you mean, why are you scared of a 140-pounder? Motherfucker, you the one put a fucking rehydration clause on the fight with Ryan Garcia. So if you wasn't afraid of him ballooning up, or whatever, being too big, you wouldn't have did that. So to say, why would I be afraid of somebody 140 pounds? Okay, you sparred with some 147. Okay, Ryan Garcia and you were fighting at 135 pounds, but you still put that rehydration clause in there. So, I mean, see, one way you say something, but then another way, you shoot yourself in the foot. And I've always been the dude that if Tank fighting, I'm pulling for Tank. But like I said, I don't show favoritism, man. And I'm going to be real about it. So talking all of what you did in sparring, fuck that. Get in the ring and fight now against the top guys. So that, and he proves my point as far as I'm concerned about saying, I think he's just complacent where he is, and he don't see the need where if I can go and get a big ass check for fighting a guy that is not an A class fighter, okay, not even a B plus class fighter, but like a C plus or whatever, or maybe a B minus. Why the fuck should I go after A plus or A minus when I can make that same money over here, or good enough money to where I'm not missing for anything, wanting for anything. I'm not missing out really, because I'll eventually make whatever I want, and my stock is going to grow up as long as I keep knocking people out in devastating fashion. That's one of the things Tank got going for him, is that he's exciting in the ring and people are looking for the knockout. But again, it gets to the point, and we know the dude can fight, but it gets to the point where these guys, they do the majority of their fighting on social media. So, I mean, for Adrien, look, man, Adrian's done. I remember last year, 2 years ago, when I say Adrien Broner is finished, people, I wouldn't say finished, you wouldn't, but I'm saying it. And if I'm wrong, what the fuck has he been doing? Nothing. Came back, fought another C-class fighter, beat him, a dude that don't even box for a living. Boxing is his part-time. And he beat this guy. That's what, remember, when he no shoulders on, press conference and all of that. And then what has he done? Nothing. I gotta stay busy, man, stay active, you know what I'm saying? And I'm back. And every time he has his comeback fight, he said the same shit over and over and always say, I'm back, and then he disappears for another 2-3 years. Once his money runs out or whatever the hell is going on with this guy, then all of a sudden he pops back up. And it's like, I'm not interested in Adrien Broner versus Haney. Adrien Broner might be that guy that fucking 10 years from now he's still hanging around getting his ass whooped, trying to prove he's still the same fighter, fighting in high school gyms or whatever. I don't know. It's a sad look for him, because this is what he always do. He talks trash and he follows it up with nothing. I mean, by now, look, Adrien Broner used to be on Instagram all the time. By now, if something was really happening, AB would already be on Instagram, running his mouth, pulling up his shirt, showing everybody his abs, letting everybody know he's been training, he hasn't been laying down, he's back, and always y'all gonna see something special. And he says the same things, and then the fight doesn't happen. Did you hear him deny that Bill Haney called him the same way he said he didn't even know that Ryan reached out? When Ryan's people said we called him and we reached out to his people, no response. Bill Haney said we called him twice. I called him 2 times, no response. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Every time you see Adrien now, he looks drunk. Dude don't even get haircuts anymore. He just look like he don't give a fuck. Like he's just here. I don't know where his head is, but it's not in boxing. So, hey, this is a fight I don't even care to see, man. I mean, like I said, best case scenario for him, he don't get hurt, like really get hurt bad, like nothing permanent, just because Haney will fuck him up. And he's talking all this, Haney couldn't fight his whatever wet pepper bag, he can't knock out nobody, all this shit he's saying. Like, Adrien, you have knockout power, but you're scared to let your hands go. You just fought a C-class dude, okay? And let's be real, Devin Haney would beat the fuck out of Adrien Broner, man. And I don't know, man. It's like this shit. To me, it's like watching children run around the playground, play fighting and arguing about nothing. So my thing is, if you're going to jump on X and talk all this shit, then make good of it. Answer your goddamn phone, make the fight happen. Otherwise, you're just saying things, and I can't even say to stay relevant because you're not even using these little opportunities to talk shit, get some clout, and then jump in the ring with someone you didn't even earn a shot with. You're just talking shit. I mean, it is what it is, man. The guy, he's broken, man. He'll jump up next week and be on a video talking about, crying and carrying on, talking about what he's going through, and people don't understand. Next minute, you don't hear from him, he pops up, everything is good. Yo, I'm coming back. Yo, I'm fighting such and such, then the fight gets canceled. I mean, it's like nothing's consistent with him in a positive way. So, I'm not looking forward to this shit. And I just wanted to get this video out because I know somebody's going to ask me about it, and I was happy to see it. And it's like, yeah, I'll talk about it. And Adrien Broner has lost his edge. He's half of what he used to be. And at his best, he didn't peak. Because you watch and the improvements and things that okay, if he work on this and that, and then Marcos Maidana happened to him. And he just basically, he never bounced back. He never evolved. He never was the same fighter. Punch shy, don't let his hands go anymore. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, to his credit, you can say all 4 losses is to elite guys, but at the same time, what makes it really look bad is those fights weren't even competitive. I mean, when Keith Thurman got beat by Pacquiao, he didn't put that nigga on his ass. That nigga got put on his ass. And then was proud to say, Pacquiao ain't knocked me down. Shoot, watching him, I don't feel bad about my performance. I mean, you still lost. What is it that? You think that's a moral victory for you because you didn't get knocked down and Keith Thurman did? Yeah, But I know if it becomes a back and forth, Bill is going to tell him, listen, man, do you want to fight or not? Let's sign a contract. Let's actually make a deal. Let's do business. Let's not go back and forth on social media talking about nothing. If you want to make it, let's make the fight. And this is where I've seen no follow-up, nothing coming from anything with Adrien Broner stating that he wants this fight. Just running his mouth, and that's all this is. So if I was y'all, I wouldn't, for anybody that's interested to see it, I wouldn't get hyped up for it. I'm not interested in seeing Adrien Broner fight anybody. I've seen what he can do, and basically, he's lost his edge. He's done. I said this shit 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He's done. People thought I was being hard on him. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna tell the truth. 4 fucking years later, he's in a worse position now than he ever was, because that little fight, he had with that guy, it gave him really no steam at all. Only thing happened, don't be fooled by Adrien Broner fans saying things. Don't be fooled by that. By them telling you, oh, Adrien is this and Adrien is that, and you might read the comment section and hear all of the support. And the thing is, nobody's wishing anything bad on Adrien Broner. We're just being honest. The dude, look, you remember that old video game called Contra for the Nintendo? Up twice, down twice, left, right, BA. They gave you 30 lives. Okay, well, Adrien Broner has used up all 30 fucking lives, plus the fucking 3 that he starts with. Okay, he used them all up. At some point, it's like, look, enough is enough. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't know, man. Adrien Broner needs to get focused. Maybe he can. I don't know. I don't even know if he can run a gym. I don't see him being a businessman. I mean, he needed. I mean, whatever he does, that's up to him. It's his life. But this has just become typical Adrien Broner. Talk shit and then do nothing. Anyway, y'all, talk to me in the comment section. What y'all think the chances of this fight actually happening? I for one, don't care for it. Is it a fight y'all want to see? Is it even necessary? Only just for the sake of Devin putting the nail in Adrian's coffin, because Adrien will beat the shit out of Devin Haney will beat the shit out of Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner's done, man. I don't know why people keep lying to themselves. The man is done. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.